Hello guys, Sylvr here again, and today I'm going to be showcasing one of my most recent mods. It is called Further Beyond, and it aims to make the late game progression of Minecraft even more expanded and just generally more fun and enjoyable. So let's get on with it. So now let's go over the blocks. The first block is refined obsidian. This is crafted from putting a bunch of obsidian pieces together. This is used to craft obsidian gear and the dragon gear. That you cannot find this anywhere. It is only craftable. So don't try looking anywhere for it. It is not found anywhere. It is only craftable. Next up is the eventide ore. This ore is found about as rarely as iron. This is used to craft the hourglass. It has no other crafting recipes other than also a sword. It's also got a glow around it, so if you're looking for it, just look for a light glow, and you might be able to find some. It doesn't have any pickaxes or anything that you craft with it. It's just got two tool recipes that you can use. Next up isn't really an ore, but rather a block that you use to craft. This is the silent sand. This is used to craft into the shimmer glass to make the new pickaxes and tools. This is found in the silent desert and is required to be mined by a shovel and not a pickaxe. You need a netherite or a dragon pickaxe in order to mine one of these to pick up. Next is the gilded ore. This is found as rarely as diamonds, just like every other ore that's coming up. This is one of the more powerful ores in the overworld and is used to craft the gilded tools, and is as enchantable as gold as the upcoming tools. Almost pretty much all are as enchantable as gold. This also requires regular gold in its crafting recipe, and you can't go straight to ingots and then the tools. You have to go to ingots, blocks, and then tools, and then you can craft your gear, like your armor and stuff. Next up is the final overworld ore, the gelatinous ore, and it is crafted into the final tier of gear and is the most powerful one that you can find in the overworld without going to any other dimension. This is as rare as diamonds, just like I said, and has the least amount of requirements for any other block. You smelt the ore, go to the crystal, and then refine it, and then you craft your gears, and it has no extra needed items for it. Next up is the augmented stone. This is also found in the overworld. I forgot. But this is used to craft the Terra plate, which takes you to the new dimension, which I'll get to later. This is the final ore that you can find in the overworld. It has no tools. It can only craft the portal block, which gets you to the new dimension. Next up is the volcanic ore. This is found in the nether and is the first block needed in order to make the new volcanic set. It has a small kind of recipe. You go from the block to the piece and to the ingot, then you can craft all your new gears, and these are even more powerful than the gelatinous gear. Next up is the arsen ore. This goes from the block to the rock to the ingot, and it crafts the new set and is the second to last in the nether and is even more powerful than the volcanic ore. And the final ore in the nether is the ghastly ore. You will get an achievement for getting the final ores of each dimension, and this one is the final one of the nether. It is just as hard to find as all others, as rare as diamonds. However, you can't go up and down in the nether and find them. You only can go deep into the nether, down on the y-axis, just like netherite, and you will find plenty of these if you keep looking for them. They're easier to find than netherite. Next up is the new ores in the new dimension. The first is mithril. This is a reference to Terraria. This ore is the next most powerful gear. It is more powerful than the ghastly ore. and requires the new enchanted stone, which is found in the same dimension as this, or they go in conjunction with each other. They are both required each other to craft the new mithril ore or mithril gear. Next up is royal ore. This is the most powerful in the enchanted dimension. This is the most powerful one, and it requires the previous ores in order to craft. However, it doesn't require enchanted stone like mithril does. And this is the final ore in the mod, the cosmic ore. This is the most powerful one that you can get and requires a lot in order to get the gear. You take the ore, you will get a cosmic dust from it, you then take 9 of those, you get an ingot, you then take 9 of those, and you get a block. You can then craft the gear, and this is the most powerful armor in the entire mod, giving you the most knockback resistance and armor toughness compared to any other tool and armor in this mod. Next up are the extra blocks like the Terra Plate, the Gilded Block, the Cosmic Block, and the Shimmer Glass. This is gotten from the Augmented Stone. It is required to make a portal. This is what you use to craft the Gilded gear. This is crafted from 5 gilded ingots and 4 gold, and it will craft you your gilded gear. This is the Cosmic Black. This is used to craft the different kinds of cosmic gear. And finally, the Shimmer Glass block, which is used to craft the Shimmer Glass tool set. The next bow item is the Molten Scattergun. This is kind of a reference to Terraria, and when fired, it will shoot a bullet and an arrow. The bullet is the only one that will deal the debuff, but it is crafted using the volcanic ore and other kinds of items. Next is the Rainbow. It is a bow that when fired will shoot out arrows all over the place. It'll also lag the game a lot because of how many arrows are shot. This one's good for just covering a lot of area, and is actually just really fun to use in general. The lightning bow, when shot, will shoot out lightning. This is also good for just starting. It's also good for dealing a lot of damage to a lot of enemies in one area, and is also really fun to use. The last bow is the levitation shot. This will make enemies that you hit levitate up in the air. So if I spawn, let's spawn one of these up. As I was saying, if you shoot an enemy with it, they will begin to levitate. You can shoot them and then shoot them again, and you will make them levitate even more, or you can kill them with the bow. And last up, we're going to go over the different kinds of gears and potions. So we have the Timeless Hourglass, which when used will set the time back to sunrise, and is good if you want to set the time back to an early time so you can have more time to do stuff during the day, and is good just for setting the time back if you really need it to. Next up is the Vial of Shattering. This will give the Shattered debuff, which makes your enemies weaker and slower and take damage. This is not a splash potion. It does not give you the debuff. However, if you throw it directly at an enemy, it will debuff them. And the last potion is Iron Skin, which is a direct reference to Terraria. When you drink this, you will get resistance, which no other potion in the game will grant you this resistance buff. It is good if you want to take on a bunch of enemies at once, or just use it for the Ender Dragon, because the Ender Dragon deals a lot of damage. It is crafted exactly like Terraria. You take a piece of iron, put it in a brewing stand, and you will get the potion. Lastly, the one I want to go over is the new dimension. To get to this dimension, you take the Terra Plates, put it in a portal formation, and you use the enchanted gemstone, which you also need JEI to get the recipe because I don't remember. You use it and you will go to the new dimension. This dimension is very dark, so you will need some night vision or some torches. As I will grab right here, and you can see your way through this dimension. This is basically just an overworld that's just darkened, but it houses the previously mentioned mithril, enchanted stone, and royal ore. And going back, we got the overworld. And while I'm here, I also want to go over the new biome. This is the Starfield. You will get the a new wood, which is shimmer wood. This can be used to craft a new set of tools, which are as powerful as iron. There is also one last biome, and I will get to that here in a minute. And here we are at the Silent Desert. This is the only place in the game that you can get the previously mentioned Silent Sand. This is used to craft the shimmer glass set of tools and armor, and this requires you to have at least netherite or dragon tools. You will need a shovel. It will not take a pickaxe. And that is the final biome that I needed to show, and this is also the end of the mod. If you want more, just let me know, like the video, and I will probably be working on another mod in the future.